Up guys, it's your boy Justin. So I'm gonna be so I decided I'm not gonna quit YouTube 100%, but I am only going to be uploading gameplay videos on YouTube, and then I'm gonna make a Rumble account so I can upload like comic, movie vlogs, stuff like that. But occasionally I'll play like gameplay videos. I'll post gameplay videos on YouTube, and I'll talk about whatever I want to talk about, you know. We're gonna play Neverwinter. I recorded this gameplay review. Sorry, I played this for like MMO Mondays, but I didn't like the video. So you need to already have a character level 6 here. What the hell? Yeah, so I was level 8, but you know, I played I was like a level 8 barbarian, but since you're only allowed 2 characters, I deleted it so I can play a barbarian again. But we're gonna make a new character because I've been watching House of the Dragon. I'm gonna be giving my thoughts on that show while I'm like playing this game, dude. So we're gonna make a Targaryen. Sun elf. What elf? Yeah, Sun elf. We're not gonna be Oh, how do I change gender? Okay. So I'm gonna make my favorite Targaryen. You can't. What's the point of playing a rogue? You can't steal in this game. But I don't know. Wait a second, dude. Bards actually fight with a. Oh my god, that's so stupid. Fighter, Paladin? Paladins don't have swords in this game. That sucks. So yeah, we'll be a rogue. 2 Dex. Obviously Dex. Hey, what good is charisma in this game? So we're gonna try to. We're not gonna exactly make Matt Smith, because like Matt Smith. But yeah, we're gonna play as Daemon Targaryen, the Rogue Prince, which we're gonna talk about. House of the Dragon in a sec. I'm just gonna. Let's do a head. We'll pick a head first. Which halfway through the show, there's like a new Targaryen that's pretty cool called Aemon Targaryen. But they kind of ruin him by making him like a mama's boy. Like he's banging like a middle-aged prostitute in the show, dude. And it's like what the heck? Yeah, let's not go let's not get too media messy. If we were going for Aegon, which oh my god, I hate Aegon. Man. That's kind of like a Leon. Oh my Christ. This is not bad, but it looks gay as heck. Which, not as much gay sex in this show. There's like maybe one scene where like Damon takes his niece his teenage niece who he wants to bang, who's going to be the new Supergirl, the Princess Rhaenyra, to a brothel. And there's like a scene where like there's like a muscular dude, buff dude, goes down and blows a twink dude. I'm like, what the hell? Shouldn't it be the opposite? At one point he had hair like this in the show, but then he went for the back to the long hair. Oh my god. Yeah. So, oh my god. And obviously, we're not gonna have facials. This hair looks so. How do I change haircut again? Okay. We can't have white hair. Oh man. Oh man, I don't think we can have white hair. What? It's like a pale blonde. This sucks. We can't have It's not. This doesn't look too bad, but again, we're trying to make a character that looks like Daemon Targaryen, and I don't think that's possible, dude. Oh man, we should have just played ECO. But I wanted to try another class in this game, so I'm like, yeah, I'll play like as a thief, cause there's a stupid like. Oh my Christ, I just got roasted by this chick I'm texting. Okay, maybe we won't play as we won't make a Daemon Targaryen. How do I change color, dude? Oh my god. Well, this be Aegon Targaryen, dude. Okay, wait, can we have like? Oh, Aegon Targaryen. There's no blue eye. You can't be blue eyes, dude. Well, this be brown eyes. Man, I hate the face. Oh man. Yeah, this one's not too bad. All right, done. Let's name him. Oh, I forgot you had to pick like a god. Kevin. Let's pick this one. I don't care. You have skill hunting monsters, wild place, and yeah, I'll pick this one. We'll play Aegon. See if that works. Yep. Level 1. So we'll play the movie while I talk about my thoughts on House of the Dragon. So I was a huge Game of Thrones fan, but like a lot of people, I didn't start reading the books until like I think I was watching the show by season 2. It was until like season 2 or 3 of the show where like, okay, I'm gonna read the books, man. So I I read like all 5 of the books, read the Night of the Seven Kingdom graphic novels, didn't read the book because you read the graphic novels and you try to read the book, it's like the same pretty much. Just that I don't think they adapted all the stories from the book. So at some point I should probably go back and finish reading the Night of the Seven Kingdoms book, but it's pretty close enough, dude. So and when it came to the show, I stopped watching the show around season 4 or 5 because the show just went to shit. There's like a bunch of characters that were really cool in the books they never put in the fucking show, or they changed characters. Like Aeron Greyjoy, Crow's Eye, looks nothing like he does in the books, dude. Which I know it sounds retarded when you say shit like that, but look him. Sorry. I got paused. Sorry about that. I think we missed the fight. It's just that I was texting someone, but you know how these girls are is sometimes they'll text you and they'll text back right away or like days later. So it's like, how the hell am I supposed to know they would, respond while I'm trying to record like a video, dude? Yeah, so back to back to, what was I talking about? Whatever. The show sucked, and the books are no longer whatever. So the show sucked, and I already had a bad taste with George R. R. Martin because, dude, it's been the last book he put out, A Dance of Dragons.
Come over here.
Came out in 2011, the same year Skyrim came out. This was like season 1 or season 2 of like Game of Thrones, and he had years to the show had such a huge start. He could have finished the book series, but never did. To the point where like he had to like basically tell them how to end the show, right? Spoil how the fucking books were going to end in the TV show. And years later, George still hasn't finished the books and put out 2 new TV shows. So obviously I was pissed off. I'm done with the Game of Thrones. Done with the Game of Thrones books, but it wasn't until recently where I saw this Supergirl trailer. I'm like, okay, this looks good. I'm a DC fan. I'm gonna watch the DC superhero movies. Saw the girl in that movie was in House of Dragon, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, I'll watch, House of a Dragon. I'll give it a try. Heard from like this Game of Thrones YouTube channel that was recommended by Thinking Critical. I can't remember. Some kind of like anti-woke channel recommended them, right? Where am I supposed to go? Okay, sorry. It's just been a while since I played this game. This game sucks, dude. I don't know, like, this game. I don't know how this game. There's so many good free MMOs on PS4. I don't know why this game has so many like players. The only thing I can think of is like, okay, maybe it's probably just because it's like Dungeons and Dragons, and that's entirely it. Okay, wait. I don't have any other armor? Okay. I don't have gloves? That sucks. So I'm supposed to... how do you fight in this game? I forget. Okay, yeah. I thought we were gonna make Daemon Targaryen, but like, yeah, we couldn't because how shitty the character creation is in this game, dude. Which the combat in this game is not bad, but like, so is Terra, like Black Desert Online, like a lot of fucking games, dude, has like good, like a lot of MMOs that are playable on console have good like combat, dude. Like, holy shit. But yeah, back to my review. So whatever, I watched the show, and I gotta say I liked it. Which one of the reasons why I didn't watch the show when it first came out was because I saw the black Targaryens, which they're not actually Targaryens. They are Valerians though, which is like, dude, if you've not read the books, because they don't really say this in the show, but Valerians are basically a Song of Ice and Fire's like version of like elves, dude. They're supposed to be pale hair, white skin, pale skin, like white hair or platinum blonde hair. They're supposed to have purple eyes, dude. They're like the only kind of people, the only people in the world that can like tame and ride dragons, dude. Like they're basically Valerians are supposed to be elves, dude. Basically. So there's that. There's lots of diversity in this show. That's probably the major problem with the show. Is like you watch the original Game of Thrones, mostly white people in that show, right? Mostly white people. You watch you watch the show and you look at most of the main characters are white, except for like House Valerian, right? And the Targaryens that are that were married with Valerians, right? Intermingled with the House Valerians. But it's like if you want background actors, you'll see there's Indian, there's Asian, dude. You know, it's weird, dude. Not to say like you didn't have different races of people in like that in Game Westeros, but still, it is like distracting. It is distracting, especially when you have them speaking with like the British accents, dude. Oh my god. Yeah. Aegon the Second. Which I love how like Aegon in the show before. Aegon's like a pretty hateable character. It was one of those characters where he's kind of hateable, but then but not so at first. He just comes off just like Timothy Chalamet's character in in Homeland, where he's just a spoiled rich kid. Even though he did rape a woman. He raped one of his like handmaidens or whatever. One of his like babysitter kids. One of the babysitters who was supposed to watch his kids or whatever. She gets a new job as a fucking barkeep, like a barmaid, dude. And I was like, holy shit! Like a guy tips her and smacks her ass, and she's like traumatized. He's like, oh, they don't make barmaids like they used to. But yeah, back to the show. So like, besides from the diversity, the only major problem with the show is there's not a lot of action in season 1. There's no magic, even though this is at a time where there's supposed to be there should be magic, because like the whole reason in Game of Thrones why magic was gone and it's starting to come back is because the dragons came back. So when there's dragons, there's supposed to be like magic's supposed to be a thing, right? There's hardly any magic in the show. So that's a major problem. And then also there's like certain in the show, it seems like George is kind of repeating himself with certain plot points, and just like in the original Game of Thrones show, you know how he's like bad with coming up with names, dude. There's like these two Kingsguard characters that are twins, and they're both named Eric, but one's with Eric with an A and Eric with an E, and I'm like, and there's like a scene where like the two Erics fight, and it's like, which one's Eric? And I'm like, oh, I fucking cringe, dude. Oh my god, but we'll save that happens in season 2, sorry. I've already started watching season 2. But yeah, I'll go into what the fuck is like the actual plot for House of the Dragon. So House of the Dragon takes place during the 100 years. Well, it takes place during a period of like 16 years or so, or 20 years, where it starts off where like 100 years into like the Targaryen reign in Westeros. Where there was this old king called King Jaehaerys who did not have a male heir, but he had a female heir. But like how succession is supposed to work in Westeros is that, you know, it's the male heir, but if there's no direct male heir, then like yeah, like then the daughter can be like, you know, like the daughter would have precedence over like an uncle or nephew or whatever, right? But because there's not been any queens yet in Westeros, nobody wanted the Jaehaerys' daughter to be queen, right? So there was a vote, and the lords chose a nephew of the king to be the new heir. Which in this game, by the way, you don't really level up because if you ever played tabletop RPGs, there's no experience points. So it's just like you do quests, and randomly, depending on the discretion of the dungeon master, you level up or not. Which I heard there are tabletop RPGs where you can level up. There are experience points, and sometimes there aren't.
You did well to keep the undead at bay.
I don't care.
We are holding the line here while we treat the wounded.
So we're like 15 years into King Jaehaerys the First, who's called Jaehaerys the Peaceful, and he's paid by Paddy Considine, and he also has the same problem as King Jaehaerys, right? But unlike with King Jaehaerys, he also has a young brother played by Matt Smith from Doctor Who, who's called the Rogue Prince because he's a bad boy. He kind of takes whatever he wants, and he wields Dark Sister, which House Targaryen has like 2 Valyrian swords. One Blackfire, I think, is King Aegon's sword. I could be wrong. And you have Dark Sister, which was wielded by his sister wife. Which, dude, the reason why Targaryens do the incest thing is they have no choice but to do the incest thing, because it's the blood of old Valyria, or it might be the blood of Valyria or just the Targaryen blood. It's not I'm not 100% sure of that. That allows them to control dragons. So if their blood gets too thin, they can no longer control dragons, and that's why they have to interbreed. You saw this in the book where Prince Frog, which I forget his name actually, he was House Martell Prince who was on a mission to to find Dany, so he could like propose a marriage alliance with her, and he was gonna like House Dorne was trying to align themselves with the Targaryen princess because they want like revenge basically on the Lannisters. By the way, how but like she ended up turning him down because like because of his alias was like a frog because he was masquerading as a mercenary. And because he turned out to be a prince, she laughed in his face too when he proposed to her. Because of the old story of the prince who turned out to be a frog. I mean, the frog that turned out to be a prince, right? Oh my god. Which, that whole plot line in the book was actually awesome, dude. The prince and his two friends that went to adventure together. But yeah, that did not go well. He tries to take control of a dragon to impress her or some shit, and he gets burnt alive and eventually dies from his wounds. So yeah, what ends up happening is that his King Viserys has a teenage daughter, and he has this rogue prince of a brother who wants the throne for himself because he thinks his brother's weak, right? But it seems like he doesn't want to hurt his brother. He actually loves his brother. And at one point in the beginning of the show, you find out how the gold cloaks, the King's Watch, got their original nickname, and that was from like Prince Daemon, like basically had the city watch like up like arsenal like upgraded and like gave them like new armor, weapons, and gave them even a fancy gold cloaks, gold colored cloaks, and that's where they got the nickname Gold Cloaks. But like yeah, so like there's rivalry between Daemon Targaryen and the Hand of the King, who played by what's his name, Rhys Ifans, who was like the Lizard from the Amazing Spider-Man movie.
I believe I'm in your debt.
And his name's Otto Hightower, the Hand, who really hates Daemon Targaryen. Is constantly poisoning the king against Daemon Targaryen. And Daemon and Otto, as soon as his wife, the king's wife, dies from childbirth, because he keeps having because the king keeps trying to have like new baby, like constantly making babies with his cousin wife or whatever.
Celeste and I need to speak
because like he's trying to like get a male heir, but eventually his wife dies from childbirth, and that's kind of one of the reasons why Prince Rhaenyra there's a plot point in the show where she doesn't want to get married because she's afraid she's going to die from childbirth or whatever, which is sad, but yeah. I love it wants me to go this way, even though the guy I'm supposed to talk to is like right here.
Protectors on.
Yeah, I already did this shit, so yeah.
That makes your membership in this fine adventurers guild all but guaranteed.
Oh, I got gloves
For
now.
your needs, I've arranged a few things. Speak with our mount salesman Brendan Cantor, and then enter the training room for some combat training.
Oh yeah, you can change like your
a new skill is worth
if you don't like the color of your armor, you can change the colors, dude, which is kind of cool. So later I'm gonna change it to black and green, because that's the colors of the of like the because the whole, okay, I'll just I'll wrap up this review. So like, what ends up happening is Otto Hightower schemes to have his like bloodline intermingle with House Targaryen because he wants Hightower on the Iron Throne. So he has his teenage daughter basically seduce the king, who was the best friend of Rhaenyra Targaryen. I forget Helena. And she ends up becoming the new queen and has like has a son with I don't think you can summon the horse in here. I don't know if I did it right, but whatever. You can actual dodge roll in this game. Because before, when I tried to dodge roll, you just move fast. Oh, maybe it depends on the class, because in the other, when you're a barbarian, you can only move fast. So we got to set the mount. Uh-oh. Is it in my inventory? By the way, what sucks about this game is that if you buy DLC, right, it'll only go to whatever character you're using. So it's not like a shared fucking thing, dude. It sucks. Can you get Minsk as a companion in this game? Holy shit, I didn't know that. So now I can... There, I got my horse. So what ends up happening is that when the king eventually dies, first he names his like daughter as the heir to the throne. But what ends up happening is that, you know, he does have sons with his new wife. And literally as soon as his wife, the king dies, which happens like episode 7 of season 1. That's when you have like the main plot of the show, where it's like the civil war over succession between House Team Black, which is like Rhaenyra the queen, and Team Green, which is like the Aegon II, who is the Hightower heir, Targaryen heir, right? And it's a pretty cool, like, the factions are pretty good.
Artifact.
Like, the factions are pretty cool. I like the, that, like, you get to see, like, the different, that you finally got to see Targaryens back when they're in their prime, dude.
Welcome to your own. You look like the type to get out of the way of an incoming
Oh my
strike,
God.
rather than risk a lethal blow. Dodging is your specialty, I bet. A foe can't hit you, you can't lose.
What?
When you're dodging, you'll want to keep an eye on your stamina. Each time you dodge, you will lose some stamina. Your stamina will regenerate over time when you aren't dodging. So practice the timing and dodge just before the enemy strikes.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, they have, like, Valyrian armor in the show. And what's also cool about the show is that they have dragons. You get to see actual dragon battles or battles with dragons. Where it wasn't until, like, what, like, season... Like, the later seasons of Game of Thrones where you got to actually see dragons be used like that. I mean, I think early on in the show, she like, Daenerys does kill.
Do more damage with your strikes. Note the ring on the ground. Target your foe.
Strike the combat with...
Changes color.
Oh, I get to
Move in
attack him
proper
from behind.
Then, when you are ready, strike the flank.
Sorry, I'm not listening to what he said.
Well done. As a simple.
Alright. So, what's my class ability? Class ability stealth? Oh my god. And like the barbarian's class ability, he can turn into a giant, dude. This is like awesome, dude. Whatever. And the show is actually pretty good, pretty well written, I would say. Like the acting with like Patty Considine is like really good, and Reese Ivan, they're definitely the two best actors in the show. Of the younger actors, it's hard to say who's a good one, of the younger actors. Even some of the race swap characters, like Lord Chorus was pretty awesome. And you feel so bad for him, dude, because like he loses his gay son, he loses his daughter, he loses his wife, and he's like, yeah, still keeping up with House Targaryen, dude. With Team Black, dude. Even though you lost like everything backing Team Black. Okay, there's the special attack. They didn't say use R1 in square. Lucky no. Okay. Yeah, your mounts have special attacks you can use, even though it doesn't. Like, how does a horse allow me to use fireballs? What's my daily power? Okay, how do you use daily power again? Oh, there it is. You have to press L1. Yeah. Daily power is right, dude. It takes forever to fucking recharge.
Well done indeed. That's about all I can teach you for now. When next we meet, I expect you to be...
Yeah, when next we meet... Ah, fuck off. Fuck, I should have had a water bottle.
Protectors on. Ha! Sure you'll...
People are probably like, why the fuck would I name myself after Aegon Targaryen, dude? Nobody likes Aegon Targaryen.
Neverdeath graveyard. A troop of my gods just returned from there with reports of red wizards and...
It's not my fucking fault the character creation sucks. You can't make a character with a fucking eye patch? What's this guy selling? Oh yeah, everything's fucking premium currency, dude. And the premium currency... The fact that the premium currency is so fucking high in this game must mean that a lot of people... Like, a lot of people must spend a lot of money on this fucking game for the currency to be so fucking high. How many of these do I... Yeah, you need fucking, you'll get like different kinds of chests in this game, dude, and you need like an item just to open them, dude. It's like, what's the fucking point of being a rogue then if I can't pick locks? That's fucking retarded. One thing I do like about this game is that, like, the inventory is pretty, like, good. Like, okay, I have like 72 slots. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. Though, doesn't seem to be lots of variety of quests, dude. Like, I pretty much have to do, like... Yeah, I'm skipping this. Man, I hate the color, dude. I don't have any fancy stuff. I don't know why it says I have 2. I only have 1.
Kalimvor, watch over. Thank you for coming.
Oh, I also have a problem where, like,
I am Doomguide Volok, the Eternal Order
where
of Kalimvor.
they have, like,
It's my mission to see Neverwinter
some pretty cool
Cemetery
actors
reconsecrated,
in this
the
show.
city purged of the
Graham
undead. In the last few days,
is it Graham
there has been an alarming surge
McTavish?
in the number and power of undead
And they
creatures
have him playing like
rising
a
from
random like
flames.
Kingsguard
The city is in
character,
dark-
dude. I mean, he's the Lord. He was like the old Lord Commander who gets replaced.
Severin suspected they might be
And then
behind
they
a
have
mass
another
rising of the dead.
like
He wanted to investigate.
actor, British actor that's
He
pretty
sent me
good,
back to inform Doomguide Volok.
who plays like
That was
two
yesterday.
twin Lannisters, Thailand, and like Jason Lannister, and the dude.
Find them.
These actors are pretty good. They were really good in like other shows and movies, and they just have them playing like random like side characters that don't do fuck all basically. It's like, dude, how can you waste these awesome actors for like these shitty parts, dude? These shitty roles. That's fucking pissed me off. And you would think they would know, like, hey, this actor's pretty good. Like, they used him in the other 2 fucking... He was in, like, season 1 of Game of Thrones, where he played, like, Jon Arryn's squire. And he's in this show, and he's in, like, fucking... I think he plays, like, one of the old man knight missing the eye, who's one of Duncan's champions. I'm pretty sure that's him. I could be wrong though. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck, dude? And he was also in Vikings, and he was in Taboo with yeah, oh my god, he was so awesome in Taboo. Constantly calling Tom Hardy again. Because Tom Hardy just happened to visit Africa. Fuck, dude, I almost died. Oh yeah, you heal faster next to campfires. Yeah, the only reason yeah, there's like no reason to to grind in this game, because like, yeah, you don't gain experience, dude. You're better off just finishing the quest as soon as possible. Fucking hell. I know you guys are probably tired from seeing me, like, you know, play rogues, but like, dude, like, I mostly play like barbarian, like warrior classes all the time, so it's like, yeah, let's play a thief. Okay. I should play a spellcaster, but like that. I don't like playing as spellcasters, dude. Because I actually like having cool equipment and stuff, where you don't really as a spellcaster. It's all about the special abilities and spells you can cast. I'm trying to think what was another thing about Game of Thrones. Sorry, the House of Dragon I hate. Oh yeah, how they handle the aging. Like the only character who seems to age at all in the show is like Patty Considine's character, and obviously the younger characters who they constantly have to replace their actors. Holy fuck. Like there's only young Rhaenyra, and then there's like the the late 20s, early 30s Rhaenyra. Who's supposed to get fat when she gets old. According to some people who read the book Fire and Blood, which, holy fuck, dude. Another reason to hate George R. R. Martin is that, like, Fire and Blood obviously only exists to give material, which Fire and Blood, for people who don't know, is like a fake history book with lore from the Game of Thrones universe. So it's obviously supposed to be like a primer to give like show ideas to the fucking HBO so they can keep making Game of Thrones shows, dude. Holy fuck. It's like, you motherfucker, dude. It's like, right, like, there's this one theory that the reason why it's taking so long to write Winds of Winter is that he's actually writing both books at the same time. And was that my daily power? No, it wasn't my daily power. Oh fuck. Fuck, how do you do that special attack? Okay, there we go. Oh, I should have done my daily attack power while he was, oh, fuck. So with your daily powers, you have one that's an area of attack skill, and one's like for a soul enemy. So probably should have used the one for the soul enemy. Because, like, your like mount attack, your mount special ability is also area of attack. Fucking hell, dude. Die. Yep, he's dead. Look how far away the fucking thing. By the way, if anybody wants to play this fucking game with me, let me know.
Thank you. Not sure how much longer I can.
I'll main any MMO that I can find people to play with, dude. Oh, I should mention things I really... Another House of the Dragon thing I should mention. Lots of kids die in the show. Mostly babies die in the show. So I'm trying to think of, like... Well, probably more kids died in, like, actual Game of Thrones.
Kellenvor, watch over you. Knows you're sick.
We'll do this one next. Do I have money to buy equipment? I probably don't. That looks like a barbarian. You can kind of tell the classes by the weapons, dude. I mean, exactly, you can tell. I know why I said like that. That was dumb of me to say. But like fighters can wield two. In actual Dungeons and Dragons, fighters can wield two-handers, but in this game, only like barbarians can wield two-handers. Oh, do I have this? Oh, the fucking thing. Oh wait, I didn't lose the key. It was just interrupted, I think. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it was interrupted. Yeah, those fuckers explode. Fuck you! Oh my god, I only had one of those. Yeah, there actually is like no reason to like. As far as I know, there's no actual reason to randomly fight enemies, dude. Because they don't give really enough. They don't really give that much money. That's the fucking thing. No, I don't have. I don't have this kit. Oh my Christ. This reeks of like new MMO bullshit, but this looks like an older game where old MMOs, you know, had the thing where you can get new equipment, new items, you know, from random treasure chests. Here it's like, oh no, you can only get like materials and shit. Which is like, what the fuck? That sucks. That sucks, really. No, I don't have a nature skill. Nature kit. This sucks, man. I honestly... I'm not saying this MMO is bad, like, because I did play, like, I mean, I played it for 8 hours to quit the game initially. But it's like, it's not bad. It's the thing, there's like way better MMOs to play on this fucking game, on the PS5. I honestly think this, like, the only people who play this is this game only has an audience because of it's Dungeons and Dragons, dude. Though the fucking actual Dungeons and Dragons MMO was way fucking better than this, dude. But the problem with that game is that how the leveling works in that game is like really shitty. Because it's like you don't get to level 1, level 2, you get to level 1, part 1. Level 1, part 2. To the point where I was like level 1, part 20 and still haven't made it to level 2 yet. And then as a free account you can only get to level 4, dude. But then they did that because, you know, how Dungeons and Dragons work is like level 20 is max. So you can't they couldn't just make it so you level up to level 20 right away, dude. Holy fuck. Where here, I don't think level 20 is the cap. I'm pretty sure I've seen character people like higher level than 20 in this game. Oh, I should mention that, like, I do think, like, one problem I do have with the show, is that, dude, like, there's not a lot of badass characters in the show. Like, I'm in season 2, and like, there's only like really 3 badasses: Daemon Targaryen, Aemon Targaryen, and Sir Criston Cole. And that's it. There hasn't been any fucking trial by combat. Which is like, what the fuck? And even like the cunning, like, backstabbing characters aren't even that smart, dude. Like, when the fucking one guy, before, when it was still the queen, the Rhaenyra was supposed to be the main heir apparent, which, how the Civil War happens is the fucking Prince Viserys in his deathbed recounts the Song of Ice and Fire, which is the prophecy about the final conflict between the Lords of Westeros versus the Night Walkers, right? Sorry, the White Walkers, right? He tells this to his wife, and she thinks he's talking about fucking their Aegon. That he's the prince to come, dude. And she like the whole fucking war of succession starts over like a fucking over a fucking misunderstanding, dude. Which, dude, like, she put him, like, on fucking, like, Milk of the Poppy, which is their painkiller. You know, he's not talking straight. She should have known, okay, he's not being serious when he said, like, oh yeah, he wants, like, Aegon to be the heir, which he never directly said that at all. She was basically putting words in his fucking mouth. That fucking bitch. Oh my god. Yeah. And the shitty fucking thing with Rhaenyra is that at first, like, you don't want, when she was a teenage girl, you didn't want her to be queen, dude, because, like, oh, because she's like a spoiled brat and makes dumb fucking decisions. Especially with Sir Criston Cole, who, they don't age him at all in the show, dude. He's supposed to be at least middle age by the time the actual war starts, and he still looks the same, dude. And he's supposed to be a Dornishman, dude. Like, like, last time I checked the... I don't know, man. Like Hispanics, Latinos, we don't, like, Mediterraneans, we don't age the best, dude. Only Asians age, like, really good like that. We're like, okay, like, there are some, like, 40-year-old Asians. We're like, oh, they look like, they look way younger than they are. Not with Latinos and, like, Mediterranean dudes, so I'm just saying. By the way, how is he Dornish with a name like Cool? I don't know. Again, there are dumb names in the you know, yeah. What's with the fighter, like, you know, like jumping around? Yeah, that's like a little fighter like stance. I don't know. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Yeah. I don't know if this is better than like the vlog I initially recorded from Game of Thrones, House of Dragon review, but fuck it, dude. I don't know. Which, did I mention, as soon, like, I bought the book. I bought Fire and Blood, dude, so I'm like, oh fuck. I don't know, like, the guys from Our Hilt's Hurt said that the book was good, even though it's a stupid, like, history book, fake history book, so, like, I don't know, I'll read it eventually, but, like, yeah, next month's book review is going to be Wild Cards 1. That's the book I'm going to review next, which is going to be on my Rumble channel, which I'll tell you guys when fucking hell, gross. Fuck. Oh wait, I didn't